Okay, good evening, team. Good to have you online with us tonight. I see we are completely maxing out our participant allowance on this Zoom webinar, which is exciting to see. Thank you for all the comments. Let us know where you're calling in from. Let your team know that you're online. It's great to have you with us. Apologies for the delay in the start to this call. We are having a couple of technical issues getting our guest speaker online, but we're going to start anyway. And welcome to this call. My name is Drew McDermid, and I just want to welcome you. If you're part of this NeoLife community, it's great to have you online with us. And if you're a guest on the call this evening, a very special welcome to you. If you're taking a look at NeoLife for the first time, I just really want to congratulate you for making the commitment. And I truly believe the next 20 or 30 minutes will be a really good investment of your time. And somebody invited you to join us, and I'm guessing you did that either out of curiosity or you looking to make some improvements, whether that's to your health or your finances. And on this webinar, I have two goals for you. Number one, we aim to empower you to great health. And our second goal is to help you improve your financial situation. And a quick snapshot of who we are as a company. We are, and what we're all about, we are the world's leading nutrition company. Nobody does nutrition like NeoLife does nutrition. We have been making the world's finest nutrition for the last 62 years. And we are currently operating in over 50 countries around the world. And we are on a mission. Our mission is to make this world a healthier and a happier place. And we want to end this global trend of poor health and poverty. And as a company, we know that there's no way that we can achieve this audacious goal on our own. And so for the last 60 years, we have been building this global NeoLife family made up of people who are passionate about making a positive difference in the lives of others. And they have joined us in our mission. And we believe that together we can make a difference, and together we will make this world a healthier and a happier place. And as a company and a community, we operate by a set of values that I believe will keep us at the top of our game and will keep us empowering people for the next 60 years. And our first value is absolute integrity in everything that we say and do. And we expect this from our scientists who research and develop our products. We expect this from ourselves as a company. And we expect this from our NeoLife distributors. People are number one. The golden rule that we live by: treat others the way that you want to be treated. We acknowledge and we believe that every person has been put on this earth for purpose and has a unique and important role to play. Number three, products that work. We are committed to producing superior quality products. Products that are not based on the latest hype or fad, but rather products that have been tested and proven to make a real difference. Exceptional product is at the heart of who we are, and this is a core value that we will never ever compromise. Our fourth value is equal opportunity for all. No matter your age, your education, your race, your experience, your background, that doesn't matter. When somebody says yes to NeoLife, they have access to the same product and the same compensation plan as everybody else. Making entrepreneurship accessible to everyone is our passion. And our fifth value is a long-range vision that guides our decisions and our actions for existing and for future NeoLife family members. And my family is a real example of this. My parents started their NeoLife journey 46 years ago, and I'm second generation in this NeoLife opportunity and family, and my three children are third generation on the products. And so we can help families in two ways. And the first thing is we can help your family achieve magnificent health. We are living in a world where we have more science, we have more technology, we have more information. So the question we really need to be asking ourselves is, why is there so much disease? Why is there so much sickness? And I absolutely believe the Lord has given us amazing bodies that are designed to live with health and vitality. And through our products, we can help end this trend of poor health. And the second way we can help you is we can help people and families improve their finances. I believe there's as much financial sickness today in today's world as there is physical sickness. And let's face it, the world is a changing place. economies are in decline, yet the cost of living continues to rise. And if we are honest with ourselves, in most cases, incomes are static. And more people are realizing that the typical 9-to-5 job isn't giving them the economic freedom they once hoped for. And we're seeing a massive cultural shift taking place that is transforming how we view both our work life and our lifestyles and our family lives. In fact, right now, in the current situation, if you don't have a way to make an income from home, you're at risk. And in South Africa, 3 out of 5 people right now either have a part-time side hustle or they're looking to get involved in something, either for financial reasons or they're looking to take back control of their lives. So if a home-based business is on the cards for you, I'm going to recommend that you throw NeoLife into the mix and have a good look at what we are going to share with you tonight. And at the end of this call, we're going to get a very special guest speaker all the way from Houston, Texas, Mr. Brown, onto the call. I just pray that our technical difficulties sort themselves out. But I'm really excited for you to hear what he has to share with you. But first up, I want to introduce you to our Director of Product for NeoLife Africa. Her name is Liz Geertz. She's a dietitian. She's an absolute nutrition authority. And I've asked Liz to talk us through and introduce our guests to some of our core products. So Liz, if you just can go ahead and unmute yourself. Welcome to tonight's webinar. Great to have you with us.
Thanks, Drew. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Good evening, Liz.
Great. Okay, well, let's get started with some of the slides because I'd like to share some information about the products with everyone. So Drew made reference to the fact that we are world-renowned for our expertise in our products and because the products work. But I want to just introduce you to some of the background. We have a variety of different products that people need and virtually use every day. So you can see from this slide that we want people to feel better, look better, and live better, because that all adds up to a healthier lifestyle and a much healthier world for everybody. So if we have a clean home, we use appropriate products on our skin, and we ensure that we have adequate levels of nutrients in our diet. That, as I say, adds up to a very healthy lifestyle. So we have a group of scientists who, a very eminent group of scientists actually. So we can have the next slide. And they're the ones who actually conceptualize and do all the research and development of the products. And of course, they are of such a caliber that they can interact with an entire global science network. And they can draw on a wealth of expertise around the world, because I'm sure you agree that there is so much knowledge these days that you do have to have experts in different fields. And we rub shoulders with all sorts of organizations to get information about our products, basically so that we can actually deliver a product based on our philosophy. And that's a very important one, and one that we hold very dear and are very passionate about. And that is our philosophy about based in nature and backed by science. And you'll find that thread right through all our products. But in the next slide, I want to introduce you to some of our nutrition products, because that is what we're actually world renowned for, and our expertise in this particular field. So I guess the question is, well, what is nutrition? Well, nutrition basically is talking about the nutrients in our food, what we put in our shopping baskets or grow in our gardens or on our farms. And I've just put in the next slide a very simple little depiction of what our plate should look like and how we should be eating as it is in science today. So if one was, we try to keep it very simple so one could draw this little picture yourself. But you'll see that 50% of our plate in totality for the day should consist of fruit and vegetables, salads, raw and cooked, a whole mixture, but that's really the dominant part of our plate. Protein should be there. Obviously, we can eat meat, we can eat chicken, and we do intend to enjoy that in South Africa. And of course, we have to have a starch or carbohydrate component. And we have to have fats and oils, but they have to be the right form of fats and oils. So they're not the dominant feature, but an extremely important one. And this is a fun idea of how to try and establish what your portion sizes should be like by using one's hands. And you'll see that 3 out of those pictures there are actually depicting the fruit and vegetable component. So that definitely is an important part of our diet. But if we look at the next slide, you'll actually see, and I've done a very simple little drawing here as well, to show the distortion that really does happen in our diets and on our plate. And on the right-hand side is the distortion of that original scientific plate. Our starchy component is actually sort of encroached on the fruit and vegetable 50%, and you'll see that in fact the fruit and vegetables have actually been relegated to the side somewhat. So in South Africa, I think it's fair to say that we do eat a fair amount of starchy foods: bread, mealie pop, rice, wheat. And so they seem to be the dominant thing. But the most important aspect of that, not so much that the plate has shifted, is that the quality of some of the things that we are eating. For example, those starchy components or carbohydrates, our basic staples, are lacking these days in the oils that naturally come along with them. You've probably not thought about the fact that why you can keep a packet of rice or pasta in your cupboard for a few months, and all you have to do is take it out and add some water and you've got a meal. But in fact, when it's growing, when that rice is growing or when that wheat is growing, it has a natural component of oil. It's got wheat germ oil, you've probably heard of that, and it's certainly got rice bran oil, and of course all the fiber and the vitamins that go along with it. But that ends up in our packet and in our cupboard is in fact
Sorry, guys, we lost Liz. We won't be a second.
Right, I'm back on. We lost the slides for a minute. Can you hear me?
Yep, you're back, Liz. Welcome back.
Okay. We tend to be eating a lot of meat and chicken, no problem with that. But the thing is, we're not eating adequate amounts of fish. Okay. So we are eating a lot of starch, as we can see on that right-hand picture, and we're eating protein, which is fine. We should be eating some meat and some chicken, but we're not eating adequate amounts of fish. And so I think you can see just by looking at the picture that in fact there are distinct dietary gaps, there are distinct dietary distortions, if you like. And that is really where we play a part and what we are particularly good at in terms of our products and why we can make a big difference in people's health and in their lifestyles. So, okay, that's all very fine. The plate is distorted and it's going to take us time to
Okay, Liz, you're back.
So we're back on track?
You're back on track. Go for it.
So we can go to the next slide. Right, we can go to the next slide, please. Great. So that is in fact where we are very well known and where we're very effective in terms of nutrition and in the nutrition world in general. Because in fact, those nutrients we've been talking about and maybe the distortion on our plate and what it is we are and aren't eating have a direct bearing on the health of our cells, and that's what you and I are made of. And so you'll see from the right-hand picture on the slide, that is what we want a cell to look like. And the reason why it's nice and plump and round is because we're actually eating, if we are having the correct types of oils and fats that we would be getting from things like the fish that we should be eating, that we're not getting enough of in our protein portion. And for the oils that I talked about in terms of the grains that have been stripped of those oils, if we have adequate amounts of those in our diet, that's what our cells will look like. But commonly, as you can see from that little picture we drew before, we are not getting adequate amounts of that. And so our cells start to look a little crumpled and like the unhealthy one that you're going to find on the left-hand side of your picture. So we are particularly focused on making sure that the cells are working properly, because you might actually be trying very hard to eat well, and you probably even say, well, I eat my fruit and vegetables, or we tend to eat this, or we tend to eat that, and I'm still feeling tired or a bit below par. Well, it may be that those nutrients are not actually getting into the cell, and that's really the crux of the matter. So if we just click the slide, you'll actually see that cellular nutrition is what we are all about. And people then, for example, rush off to the pharmacies, perhaps because they're not feeling well, and we can go into the next slide, they're not feeling well, and in fact, they are faced by this enormous level of choice, which is overwhelming and very, very confusing. And I think many, many people have been exposed to this. Where do I start? What do I get? What is going to work for me? And that is an actual fact why in NeoLife, we have such a wonderful advantage, actually, of being able to talk to our customer, talk to someone who's asking that question, and guide them as to what it is they can use. So we will then show people where to start. So if we look at the next slide, we keep it very, very simple. Let's just go to the next slide. There you'll see, sure, we have different needs, and on occasions, maybe we do have an aching joint perhaps, or a bit of digestive discomfort, or perhaps we need a little bit of energy. But basically, when I've talked about all the food on the plate, the fact that what should be there isn't always there, the fact that our cells need to get the right things first before we can even think about feeling more energetic and healthier, we decide, right, let's start somewhere. Where do we help you start your nutritional journey? In fact, we go to our core nutrition. So that's a sensible place to start. So let's look at what our core nutrition actually consists of. Yeah. 2 basic products jam-packed with everything that this human body wants as a starting point, so that we work optimally and that our cells work optimally. So, and you'll see just from that picture there that we've actually got, there's the fish, there are the fruit and vegetables, there are whole grains there. And what I've also put alongside it is a shake that actually has high quality protein. It has many other components, but you and I and all our cells are predominantly protein. Our skin, our hair, our nails, our antibodies, our hormones, our enzymes, all of those are protein. So we have to have a good quality protein in our diet, and one that is of higher biological value. In other words, all the essential components that the human body wants. Now, even if we're trying to do that from our plate of food, commonly what that comes along with was a whole lot of fat and undesirable fats that we don't want. So it's quite unique to be able to get all that benefit for the human body, but not have the undesirable components like artificial sweeteners and flavorants and preservatives that we often find in our food. So this is a very, very powerful, simple, effective place to start. And I want to just introduce you to that little sachet. So if we go to the next slide, you'll actually get a bit more detail about what we have in the Pro Vitality. There's a little sachet that if we just click for the next slide, we'll actually see what is in our product.
Hey guys, technology is playing games with us this evening. Liz is just reconnecting. She'll be with us shortly.
Okay, so we looked at the basic 2 products that form our core product range, and I think you'll see very simple 2 products, but they pack a real punch because that's exactly what the human body wants. So I want to just introduce you to what is inside the little sachet, because this is a very powerful group of products. And you'll actually see there that We've got the tree grain concentrates. Those are the oils that have been taken out of the grains that I talked about. Carotenoid complex is actually a combination of fruit and vegetable extracts. And you can see from those little pictures that we did on our plate that we were sadly lacking in that department. And then I talked about fish, and we're supposed to be eating 2 portions of fatty fish a week, which I don't think many of us manage to achieve. And the purpose of that is because they are particularly rich in these omega-3 fatty acids, which we get predominantly from salmon, but a different variety of fish also provide them. So what we've done is gone to those fish, extracted the oils, and put them into a capsule and put them in a little sachet. And just to make sure that we cover all the bases, we've put an essential vitamin and mineral complex. So what an amazing little sachet, very, very convenient. You can put it in your lunchbox, in your pockets, you can travel with it in your handbag, in your jacket, whatever. And this will start your day by giving you and your body everything it needs just to get it going based on that plate that we had a look at. So if we move to the next slide, I want to just give you a little bit of detail about what is in those products, just so that you get an idea of how we've put them together and the fact that they actually do work. So the Tree, for example, Tree means 3 in 1. And so we've done the grain oils from the basic staples that we eat around the world. And those lipids and sterols are the feature of the product, not just oils. They're actually very important oils that in fact go to those cell membranes that you had a look at. We want a nice round plump cell membrane. But very specifically, you want to know what it does for you. Well, it increases our energy potential. And the reason why it does that is because it makes those cell membranes so much more fluid and plump and very receptive to any of the nutrients that you might be eating. The fruit and vegetables, which we really have to work on actually in most of us in terms of our plate, the carotenoid complex helps to fill that gap. We have a variety of different fruit and vegetable components in NeoLife, but this is one we've chosen to put in this particular pack as a starting point. And you can see it's come from actual foods, tomatoes and strawberries and red peppers, carrots, peaches and apricots. And you get a sense that those are the yellow, red and orange fruit and vegetables, and we've extracted carotenoids, which are the pigments actually, and the protectors in those particular fruit and vegetables. And what's it going to do for you? Well, it's going to be exactly that, a powerful protector. It's a very powerful antioxidant and very, very effective for our immune system. It works on our heart. It makes sure that our cholesterol doesn't oxidize, that it doesn't become destructive in the body. Tends to concentrate in eye tissue and very, very effective as a preventative agent and as a beneficial agent as we age for our eyes, and definitely has an impact on our skin, makes it more glowing, and it actually concentrates also in skin tissue. So these are some of the main features that's going to happen if you actually increase your fruit and vegetable intake. And what we're doing here is helping you achieve that. We're not taking the responsibility away from you from shifting your plate, but that takes time to change habits. But we don't want to wait and watch that habit take time. We want to make sure that we fill that gap along with you so that you're constantly healthy and that your body will be in a preventative phase all the time, keeping you healthy as we go along in our lives. And of course, the fish oil gap, a very common one. As I said, I don't think all of us are managing to achieve those 2 portions a week. And again, these are just the right oils that we need. And those are from these oils where you see how they're essential and the ones that you get from the grains. The interesting thing is we have to have them in our bodies. Both of them gravitate to that cell membrane. But in fact, we cannot manufacture them in our bodies. So it's crucially important that we pay attention to the fact that we get a whole grain when we're choosing to eat, and not very easy to find these days, and that we are eating this right sort of fatty fish on a regular basis. And since that's not always easy to achieve, that's what NeoLife want to do. They want to help us fill those gaps so that our bodies have everything that they need. And just a reminder that 8 being basically the magic number, the number to remember, there are 8 members of this omega-3 family. And when people are looking at those shelves and shelves of different products, because there are many omega-3 products on the market, most people are not aware that they should be looking for a product that has 8 ingredients and not just the 2 that are very typical and commonly found in products on the market. 8 is what the body knows. 8 is what the body recognizes. It's part of our biology. And the most amazing thing is there isn't one other product on the market that has all 8, in spite of the fact that it's common knowledge in the scientific community. So you'll find that that's NeoLife's passion, to make sure that we use nature as the blueprint. What does nature deliver? let's give back what nature would have given, and let's fill that gap with something from the actual natural foods. But what's the benefit of eating these fish oils? Very effective anti-inflammatory agents. And inflammation is really one of the common denominators in our modern disease patterns, and it's something that we're all prone to, perhaps more than we should, and perhaps aren't always aware of it. So these oils are crucial in our diet, and we need to make sure that we get all of them, particularly all 8 members. Going to work on our circulation, is going to make sure that our blood flows well, so it's good for our heart, good for our circulation, very good for our eyes and brain. And in fact, during pregnancy, crucial that the pregnant mom actually has enough and adequate amounts of salmon oil and these fish oils in general, because that is important for the development of the little fetal eyes and brain. And when our joints are a bit sore, inflammation, very often the cause, that's where your fish oils are going to play a part. That's why fish on the plate and in our diet is extremely important. And then just to show you the NeoLife Shake, which is giving us quality protein, what does that actually mean? Well, there are 22 different amino acids which make up the protein that our human body wants and needs in order to function properly, so that we can actually do this cellular renewal and repair. And NeoLife doesn't make sure that we have all the essentials, the ones the body can't make, but we don't leave anything to chance, and we give everything that the body needs in terms of the protein component. Is because what it's actually doing for those cells is making sure that we can repair them when they're injured, and the fact that we can renew them and make new ones, because we are constantly shedding old cells and making new ones. So that's the reason why we would be using these products, and these are the features in the different products and the foods that should be on our plate that are actually helping us to be healthier on a daily basis. And if we look at the next slide, we'll actually get some idea of the fact that we're not just talking. We've actually tested the products, and they are proven to work exactly like the foods that we are eating. So if we just go back one slide, we'll actually be able to see all the different benefits. I think it's important to know that, in fact, these particular products and the extracts that we've done from actual foods, we've gone to the natural foods and taken these extracts that are lacking on our plate, but they actually behave like the food. Even though they're delivered in a different form, in a capsule or a tablet or in a powder, they are behaving like that food. And we've gone as far as to actually prove that. So the clinical trials have actually shown that when you have those oils that you should have been getting from your grains, when you have them on your plate, they will actually improve the potential of absorbing all the other nutrients in the food by up to 50%. That's dramatic. It's not surprising that people are feeling tired and lethargic and perhaps a little bit below par, in spite of the fact that they might be trying to eat well. Their bodies simply aren't absorbing the nutrients that they should. So treonine is an absolutely pivotal product or set of ingredients that you need to have in your diet. And there is no other product on the market. Even though this is common knowledge that we need these grain oils and that they are the plants, there is no other product on the market that has encapsulated them in such a way that people can use them, benefit from them, and absorb their nutrients. I talked about carotenoid complex, that's the fruit and vegetable extracts. The protector, as I pointed out, well, we tested that. In fact, independent parties have tested these products too. Not only have they been tested, this information has actually been published in very prestigious medical and nutritional journals around the world for the community, the scientific community and the communities in general to actually recognize their value. So again, it behaves like the food. And in just 20 days in this particular study, and I realize these are on human subjects, these are not laboratory tests, these are people actually participating in these studies, their immune systems were enhanced by 37% in just 20 days. So this is how important fruit and vegetables are on our plate of food, and how sad it is that we've relegated them to such a small portion. But we are here to try and help you fill that gap as you start to shift your plate. And again, we didn't invent fruit and vegetables, but there is no other product on the market that has such a broad spectrum of all these carotenoid components. And so unique is this product that it was actually awarded a patent. So really is something quite crucial in our diet, and really a very effective agent in terms of trying to fill that very important fruit and vegetable gap. And then I talked about the fish, and if you're not getting as much fish as you should in your diet on a weekly basis, then your omega-3 salmon oil plus is a product that again has been taken from not just the salmon, but 4 different fish to make sure that we can deliver all those 8 members. But just look at its performance record. It reduces inflammation by 68%, and in fact some of the blood fats, the triglycerides that are not very desirable when they're high, by 17% in just 8 weeks. So I think we're starting to show you just how important food is in our daily lives. It's not just about taste and pleasure. It's really, really important that we choose the right foods, but not always an easy task. We're very busy. The foods don't always supply the nutrients that we hope they would. So here is an opportunity to take products that are going to fill those gaps, because we've taken the nutrients from the actual foods and we've shown you that they behave like the food. And interestingly, there aren't other products on the market. There is not another one around the world that has eight members of the omega-3 family, as I mentioned before. And of course, the NeoLife Shake, a very handy product to have in our diet, because it's in a powder form. It's actually so nutritious that it could actually take the place of an entire meal. But what we've tested it for, more specifically, is to help people to fill their gaps with a protein component, but also, since obesity and being overweight has become a huge factor in the Western world, we wanted to make sure that we could help people use this product and enable them to perhaps replace 1 or even 2 meals and reduce their weight and have a healthier outlook. And that's exactly what these results show from the tests that were done, remember, on human subjects, published in prestigious medical and nutritional journals. So decrease the weight, decrease the fat percentage, and interestingly, the benefit of the product with all the fiber and the nutrients actually reduce people's cholesterol. And this is pretty dramatic. And so again, if you're constantly eating the right things, can you see in just short spaces of time what sort of results people are getting from eating the right food? This human body of ours wants good food, and pity we're not giving it. So NeoLife is stepping into the breach and saying, we are passionate about filling these gaps. But one of the reasons why this product works so effectively is because it controls our sugar levels. So we don't have fluctuations in sugar levels and therefore not fluctuations in insulin levels. And so we prevent people from becoming fat storing machines, but rather fat burning machines. And again, behaves just like the food if you were eating it, and you can use it in all sorts of different convenient ways. Just, on the go, you just literally add water, have it as a breakfast if you're in a hurry, very powerful levels of amino acids that are very useful for you after exercise. And again, no other product on the market that has this combination and the sort of pedigree of having been proven and tested in a clinical environment. And of course, none of these products have anything artificial in them, no artificial sweeteners, preservatives, flavorants, or colorants, which is absolutely unique in our modern Western world. So if we go to the last slide, I hope I've convinced you that in fact, a very easy place to start, 2 products, that's our core product range, which makes a huge amount of sense, I think, in terms of science and just common sense. And it truly is a healthy start to an energy-filled day for anyone who makes sure that they have all these nutrients in their diet. And I think hopefully I've shown you a little bit about where to start. We have many, many other products that we can then add to this as and when you need them. This is what your body wants to make you a healthier and a happier person. That's from me. Thanks.
Fantastic, Liz. Wow. Thank you very much, Liz. I so appreciate that. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm just sitting back here and I'm listening to you, and I'm just, yes, technology has thrown us a number of challenges tonight, but that's okay. The way the world works has changed drastically over the last few weeks, but this information has been streamed into over 500 people's homes. And I just look at this and I listen to this and I think, wow, if your home has a box of Pro Vitality and a NeoLife Shake in it, it's going to be a healthier home. If you join us in our mission and you get a box of Pro Vitality and a shake into the homes of the people that you love and the people that you care about and the people that you're going to meet along the way, we are taking big steps towards making this world a really healthy and happier place. And so that is the core nutrition that really powers the opportunity that I'm going to talk about briefly. But before I do that, for the people that I'm connecting with for the first time, I'm going to quickly share my story with you. And it took me 13 years of working for one of the world's largest investment banks to realize that very few people ever achieve financial or lifestyle freedom while working for somebody else. And although I had what many people would consider a good career, I was living a life of quite desperation. And the best way I can describe it is the empty feeling I would have in my stomach every Monday morning as I started my week. And I'd start my week thinking, oh, wow, how am I ever going to make it through to Friday? And that bothered me because my mom and my dad had always taught me that we have been put on this earth for a reason. There is a bigger plan for our lives, and our lives have purpose and meaning. And this lack of purpose really started to eat away at me. And so, I was extremely frustrated, and the patterns started to develop. At the beginning of every year, my wife and I would sit down and we would plan our goals and we talk about the future. And we would always say to ourselves, okay, well, this year is going to be better than last year. Things will change. We're going to have more time to spend together. I've got 3 young kids. I'm going to have more time to spend with the children. We're going to take this holiday. We're going to do this. We're going to do the things that make us feel good and bring some purpose into our lives. And then we'd find ourselves having exactly the same conversation 12 months later. And this went on for a couple of years until a very successful friend of mine, Anna Maria Riccardi, who I'm going to get onto a call in a few weeks' time, said to me, Drew, what are you going to do differently to achieve the things that you keep talking about? And it was so simple, but that was one of the biggest changes for me. How you change is how you succeed. And for things to change, we are going to have to change. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing day out, day in, expecting a different result. And when I realized this, my life changed. And I just look around me and I just see people, they started 2020 with a hope for a better year. And if that is you, then I'm going to ask you, what are you going to do differently to start moving closer to the world that you want or the life that you want? And so how does it start? If you want to improve your health, I recommend you get onto the products. If you're on this call tonight because you want to find a life of purpose, you want to improve an aspect of your finances or your lifestyle, then what I'm going to suggest you do is partner with NeoLife. Okay, so I've got a little graphic here. You partner with NeoLife. You don't work for NeoLife. NeoLife is your business partner, and they've got a very important job to do. And I'll run through some of the things that they do. First of all is your product supply. They pay a team of scientists who are world leaders in the various fields of study, millions of dollars every year to research, develop, and manufacture products that make a difference, products that work. They take these products and they do all the importing, the exporting, they get them to all 50 countries that we're operating in. When you partner with NeoLife, if you join online tonight, instantly you'll get access to world-class technology, your own website, your own app. So you can run your business from your home, from your mobile phone. They take care of the ordering process. So I could pick up my mobile phone or my cell phone right now, and on my NeoLife app, I could place an order, and that order would be delivered anywhere in South Africa within 48 working hours. Okay, that's what NeoLife takes care of. They take care of, we sponsor some elite athletes that believe in good whole food nutrition. They take care of your logistics, and they provide you with your literature and your sales aids, your marketing. They provide you with coaching and mentoring. So what they are doing is they're taking all the legwork and all the hard work out of traditional business. And that is very important because traditional business can be very risky. Because of the costs, and 5 out of 7 businesses right now are failing within the first 7 months of getting going, or first 12 months of starting. And so to form this business partnership, how much will it cost you? It will vary from country to country, but it will cost you on average the price of 2 to 3 bags of groceries. So you are starting a multi-million-dollar business for the price of a couple of bags of groceries. And so that's what NeoLife does, and NeoLife does their job very, very well. But how does it work? And NeoLife has a job to do, and you have a job to do. And we are very strong in this. At no point will we say to you, join our business, join NeoLife, and you are going to achieve success. What we will say to you is join our opportunity and do the work, do the job, and you will achieve success. So what is a job and how does it work? And we base your job around what we call 3 daily success habits. Number 1 is we want you to use the product. Why do we want you to use the product? Because we want you to experience the benefits of the product. A healthier and happier place starts in your home, starts with your children, starts with your spouse. And we want you to build up a believability in the products because you have felt the benefits for yourself. So use the products. Number 2, we want you to start sharing the product and the opportunity. And in this example, I'm going to say, and often when we start talking about sharing the product, people get this visual of going out and peddling products to their neighbors. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about sharing your product with people that have a need for your product. And so let's go out and find 6 customers that need a Pro Vitality as an example. And so if somebody wants to lose weight, guess what? I'm going to talk to them about my product. If somebody wants to live life with a little bit more energy, I know we have products that can help them. I'm going to talk to them about our products. I'm going to talk to people how to get their toxins out of their home through our non-caustic and non-toxic home care range. A home care range that will help a family of 4 save about 3,800 Rand per year when they convert their cleaning products. And so by talking to people, not to sell a product, but to add value, you will start to build a retail customer base. And in this example, I'm going to talk about building a customer base of about 250 points. Points is just our global denominator, so we can judge the size of a business in all 50 countries that we operate in. And on average, it's you using a product and having about 6 customers also using products. Okay. By doing that, you will earn yourself a retail income and a little bonus from NeoLife of 900 Rand per month. How long will that take you? Well, I recommend you go out and do this in the first 3 to 4 weeks of joining NeoLife. Step 2, we want you to share the opportunity. Okay. And again, who do we share the opportunity with? We share our opportunity with people that are looking to achieve a financial need or financial goal. And in this example, I'm going to use 3 people, distributors A, B, and C. Maybe distributor A is a mother, and she has been bringing up her kids for the last 10 years, and now she needs to go and find a job. But guess what? She doesn't want to lose her freedom and flexibility to pick her kids up from school and drop them off at sport. But she has a need to generate an income from home according to her own schedule. Perfect. We have a solution for her. Maybe distributor B is a couple that have worked their entire lives and they are now coming up to retirement. And what they thought they could retire on is no longer possible because the goalposts have been moved. We're living in a different economy. And so they have a need to generate some additional income to supplement their pension. Maybe distributor number C is somebody who has just come out of university, got themselves a good education, and they're going out into a job market that doesn't have a job for them. And they need to step into the world of entrepreneurship, into the gig economy to generate an income. But what a stat that was released by FNB Bank last year, 63% of South Africans, middle income earners, are spending their entire salary within 5 days of getting paid. Right now in this world, there's a massive need for people to figure out how can they supplement the income. Okay, so you go out and you share your opportunity and you find distributors A, B, and C. You teach distributors A, B, and C to do exactly what you did. Number 1, you teach them how to use the product. So they fall in love with the product. Number 2, you work with them and help them to start building their customer base. So they develop a business doing 250 points a month. So your business now does 1,000 points. A business of that size will earn you an extra 1,700 Rand per month. How long will it take you to build a business like that? Hey, I recommend you do it in the first month or 2 of joining this business. Let's take it a step further. We work with distributors A, B, and C and helping them to share the opportunity with people that they know that have a need to improve their finances or a goal. And they find their 3 distributors, and we teach their 3 distributors to follow the process. Use the product, fall in love with the product, and start sharing the product and build up their own little customer base. And so distributors A, B, and C have a business doing 1,000 points a month. Okay. Now, the exciting thing here is distributors A, B, and C would start earning an income of 1,700 Rand per month, just like you. So you're starting to create an economy here. You continue sharing the opportunity and you find another 3 distributors, D, E, and F. And you work with them, you teach them how to use the product, you teach them how to share the product and build up their customer base. And so now you have a business that does 4,000 points every month between yourself and your distributors. By doing that, you become what we call a director. A director is a very important level in our business. And as a director, you're going to earn yourself an additional 8,000 Rand per month. Okay, I know we have some directors on the call this evening that earned an additional 14,000 Rand last month, but we're going to use conservative figures here right now. earn yourself an additional 8,000 Rand a month. So that is, you know, between 90 or 100,000 Rand per year. That might, you know, this is very much on a part-time basis. How long will it take you to become a director? My honest answer is I don't know. But if you do the work and you apply the system, I'm recommending you become a director within 6 months. Let's take it a step further. You work with your distributors and you teach them how to become directors. And so let's say you're a director and you have 3 other directors in your organization. You become a world team member. As a world team member, you have helped your three directors earn an additional 8,000 Rand per month, but you'll earn yourself an extra 25 to 35,000 Rand monthly. Okay, now this is very much a part-time business if that's what you choose it to be at this point. We continue working with your other distributors and you develop another 3 directors. So now you have a business with 6 directors in total. You become what we call a president's team member. As a president's team member, there are many, many benefits, such as international travel, a lot of lifestyle events, advanced leadership training. But as a president's team member, at the beginning stages, you're going to earn yourself an extra 90 to 110,000 Rand every single month. Can it get bigger than that? Absolutely, it can grow substantially from there. But I'm going to keep that example right there. And I want to quickly talk about our 3rd daily success habit, because I believe this is probably one of the most important. Personal development is all about, today we need to be better than we were yesterday. Tomorrow we're going to have to be better than we are today. And our job in the business of NeoLife is to add value into other people's lives. But to add value, we need to become more valuable. And everybody who joins NeoLife has access to the same range of products. Everybody has access to the same marketing plan, the same opportunity. It's up to us, it's up to you to bring the best version of yourself. And maybe you're going to have to learn a new skill. Maybe you're going to have to develop a mindset. You know, whether you think you can succeed or you think you can't succeed, you're absolutely right. Maybe you're going to have to develop a better mindset. Maybe you're going to have to develop a work ethic that will position you to achieve success. But that is what personal development is all about. And truly, when we grow ourselves, our businesses start to grow. And so I'm going to ask our guest speaker, Mr. Ricco Brown. I'm going to try and get Ricco back on the line. Ricco, I've unmuted you. Can you hear me? Ricco? Okay. We do have a problem with Ricco. I'm going to leave you unmuted. If you do come online, just give me a shout, Ricco. That's no problem. But success doesn't start with nothing. Success starts with something. And the sad tale for 95% of people who lead a life of mediocrity is they just wait for that big old success sledgehammer to hit them over the back of the head. To accomplish anything worthwhile, the simple thing is you don't have to do impossible superhuman things, but you do have to do something. You have to start with a step of faith. And I challenge you, you're going to have to back yourself to have the courage to make the first move, to start that journey. And when you make that decision, have the commitment and conviction to follow that decision through. And if we look at any successful journey, man or woman around the world, it started with somebody having the faith to take that first step. And what is faith? Faith is believing in something that you haven't yet seen. And will people discourage you? Absolutely. Will people try and pull you back into your comfort zone? Absolutely. I know that for sure. But sometimes to achieve something that you haven't yet got, we got to stop taking advice from people who are not qualified to give us advice. So just to close off this call, NeoLife is a place where you can get healthier. Absolutely. NeoLife is a place where you can drastically improve your finances. You can make a positive difference in your world. But what I love most about this NeoLife family, it's a place that you get to hang around people that are excited about the future. People that find purpose and passion in uplifting others. And you can start this NeoLife journey for less than the cost of a few bags of groceries. It comes with no risk. And best of all, you build it part-time on your terms. So if this webinar has been of value to you, I just want to encourage you to pick up the phone or WhatsApp the person who got you onto this call. If you want to improve your health, get a box of Pro Vitality and a NeoLife Shake into your home. If you are looking for a side hustle or part-time business to take care of your future financially, to achieve the goals that you have for your life, then communicate that to the person who got you onto the phone. And I just encourage you. Ricco, you there?
I'm here.
Hey, Ricco Brown, welcome to the call.
You have the video muted for me. You want to leave that off and we can go just like this?
Just take it away, Ricco.
Good evening, everyone. I'm excited to be a part of this presentation. I'm happy that each and every one of you you're doing well. I hope you're staying out of harm's way. You're social distancing, and you're wearing your mask and gloves, because this is that we're dealing with. But before I move forward, I want to say thank you to Drew for putting this call together and participating in the call. And I also want to say thank you to Liz. Liz, that was an outstanding job that you performed sharing the products. We oftentimes hear that people around the world are challenged with some of the similar problems. Well, today more than any other, the world is similar as one. We're all faced with the same challenge out there. Here in the US, people are working from home. A lot of them have lost their jobs. And a lot of those people that lost their jobs probably will not get those jobs back today. And yes, people are unique, but right now, people are looking for a way to sustain a lifestyle for themselves and for their families, which is probably the most important thing that's occurring right now. People are looking for a way to sustain their families. You think about that word retirement. Back in the day, retirement meant financially I can live the rest of my life and not worry about anything. But today, the word retirement simply means you have to go out and find a second career. So that is one of the most important things, that we don't want people that have worked and became senior citizens to have to go out and find a second job, start a new career, hoping that they can maintain, their financial lives. Job security. What does job security mean today? Well, job security means I hope. And that's exactly what people are doing. They're hoping that the jobs that they have will return, that they'll be there for them, that it will provide the avenue that they're looking for. But we have the answer. You heard Drew talk about the opportunity and what it can provide. Our opportunity will provide you with a lifestyle that will sustain over a long period of time. It is hope. It is not I hope. Our opportunity, over 60 years, we have been giving people around the world an opportunity to live a better life. Not just to improve, but to live a better life, because the incomes that they're earning are significant in relationships to the incomes that are being paid on these different jobs. Now, you heard about the product, you heard about the opportunity. Now, what is the biggest challenge that you have to overcome? Well, right now, the biggest challenge that you have to overcome is you. You see, you make the decision whether you will try or not try, whether you will believe or not believe, whether you will join or not join. You have to make that decision that you're looking for something better. We have already convinced you that we have what people need right now. They need our products, not just because of the pandemic that we are experiencing around the world, but they need our products to maintain general health in their life. Health is how your body functions, and wellness is how your body feels. So we have the products, and Liz had explained that to you. I just want to spend a few moments talking about you. To make this opportunity work, it starts with you having a reason, a purpose, or a dream. A dream is the most powerful thing that you can have. A dream creates your motivation. A dream will cause you to move forward when you want to stop. But did you know that most people don't realize their dreams for a few simple reasons? Number one, most people don't go after their dreams because of fear. Fear of failure, and even in some cases, fear of success and the ability to handle some success. People go, well, I can handle success, but no, not necessarily. Some people don't know if they can handle success. And it's important that you don't allow fear to stop you from achieving those things in this life that you want to achieve. The second reason that people don't achieve their goals is people like being comfortable. You know, I have my job, or my job is going to come back when all of this is over. I don't need to do anything else. Well, you know, I'm not sure that all of those jobs that people have lost during this situation will be coming back. But you see, you have to create this big dream. And you know, when you have this big dream, it is going to take you out of your comfort zone. You can't be comfort. It's going to take you out of your comfort zone. But the fact is, you will find talents and abilities that you didn't know you had when you set this big dream and you're ready to move forward to achieve it. So don't just feel comfortable. Don't think that you have it all. Try something different. Try something new. Give NeoLife a chance to enhance everything that you have, or can I say, whatever that you have. The third reason people don't achieve their dreams is they don't feel worthy. They don't feel worthy. Subconsciously, they engage in a destructive behavior because they go, well, I don't know if I should achieve that. I don't know if that's for me. Well, you know, it is for you. We all deserve to have the things in this life that we want to achieve. God didn't create this world and said, well, I'm just going to let some have it and the others are not going to have it. We all can have it if we're willing to put forth the effort. So what is the effort? The effort is you can have it if you start believing in yourself. Do you believe in yourself? You can? Do you can? Do you deserve to have more? And do you believe that you deserve to have more? Because when you believe in yourself, it starts an internal action that will cause your brain to think bigger and your body to work harder, and because it's for you. It's not for me. It's not for the person that invited you to this meeting. It is for you. You have to believe in yourself. Secondly, be willing to take a chance. That's a big problem for some people. Some people don't want to take a chance. Like I said earlier, they want to be comfortable. They want to sit there and go like, if I don't do anything, then I can't do anything wrong. I will not make a mistake. Well, you should be happy when you make a mistake. You should be excited when you make a mistake. When you take on a new challenge, you don't know everything. But when you make a mistake, that is when your life starts to grow. That is when you grow as an individual, because then you learn a new skill. You learn a new way of doing something. But if you don't ever try because you don't think you're going to get it right, then you will never get anything done. The second thing is, life is too short to play it safe. I think this is the third. Life is too short to play it safe. There is no safe place in life. You can die in the bleachers, or you can die out on the field. And what is the field? The field is starting your NeoLife business, earning from your business, traveling with your business, making relationships with people from all around the world. That's the field. But you can sit in the bleachers and watch someone else achieve success. You can applaud their success. But if you don't get out and try, no one will ever applaud your success. So if you're going to make this opportunity work for you, the first thing is you need to have a dream. The second thing is you need a unique opportunity. NeoLife is a unique opportunity. It's a unique opportunity because it gives everyone a chance. I've known people that started out with very little that are now earning more money than they can spend. But here's something, I wrote these down for you. Here's something that you're going to get when you get this unique opportunity called NeoLife. Number one, you will have the best boss in the world. And who is the best boss in the world? That's you. Number two, you have complete control of your hours during the day. You're your boss, so you determine the hours that you want to work and how much you want to work and how much you want to earn. You have financial security by owning your own business without the headaches of payroll, packaging, manufacturing, and shipping. You know, there's power in having your own business because when you own the business, then you're really excited to go out and work hard in accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish. You will push because it is yours. You may not work that hard for me if you're working for me, but when you're working for yourself, you will have a greater sense of drive and motivation to make your own business succeed. You're going to have a low startup cost. Drew told you earlier that it's not very expensive to start a NeoLife business, and you will earn hundreds, maybe even thousands times more than what you're going to put into this business. Here's a good one. You don't have to have special skills, experience, or education. It doesn't matter. I know people in Mexico and other places that they can't write, that they can't read, but they're building a business because they have a desire to share their product and their opportunity with other people. They love people. They found something good and they wanted to share with someone else. Here's one. You get to pick the people you work with. Isn't that exciting? On a job, you don't get to pick the people you work with. You just go in and you have to work with whoever is there. You have to, whether you like them or dislike them, you have to work with them. But when you have your own NeoLife business, the people that you bring into your team are the people that you want to be a part of your organization. You start with your friends, you start with your relatives, you start with the people that you know, you start with the coworkers that you like. And that starts the process of building a network of like-minded people that can achieve great results. The last one that I'll give you is this, and you'll have unlimited income potential. I can't sit here and say how much money you are going to earn as an individual. I can say that there are lots of money out there to be earned. There's a tremendous amount of income waiting for you. It's out there. If you're not getting your fair share in this life, give NeoLife a try because the ability to gain your fair share is right here with us. The last thing that I want to talk about is taking action. You have to go out and work. You're not going to build a business sitting at home. Now, when I say not sitting at home, I mean you have to get up, you have to go to your place in your home where you are designated as your office. You're going to have to make phone calls. You're going to have to do video conferences. You're going to have to work. That's what I mean. You can't sit down and expect this business to work for you, because it will not. Don't be afraid to take action. Life is philosophy. A body in motion will continue to stay in motion. So if you're taking action each and every day, whether big, small, or little, if action each and every day, will continue to take action, because those results, those successes, be it small or whatever, will propel you to move more. But a body that is stagnant will remain stagnant. It will not move. And maybe life will cause something to happen that you might want to move, but a life stagnant will remain stagnant. So take action each and every day. When you take action, it brings about motivation. And when you're motivated, you're going to take more action. You see, we don't want you to go through life being casual. Because if you go through life being casual, you may end up as a casualty. Meaning that you will be towards the end of your life and you're wondering, what did you do? What happened? And when right there in front of you, right now today, for those of you that are listening to this for the first time, right now today, it's there available to you. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Don't let this business go. What does that mean? Let me think about it doesn't mean anything other than I am hiding something. Maybe I don't have the money. Maybe I'm not sure I know how to sell. Maybe I don't have the time. You know, we think about those things. We say, let me think about it because these are some of my concerns. Well, you know, when I was younger, I used to say, let me think about it. Every year, I used to love to go to the car dealerships and look at the brand new cars. And I would talk to the salesman because I knew about the cars because I read up on them. And every time they would ask me, Mr. Brown, can we make a deal today? I would say, let me think about it. And why did I say, let me think about it? Because I didn't have any money. I couldn't afford the car. And guess what? At the time I was married, and had I brought a car home, I would have had to sleep in that car. So you have to take action. And remember, watch the people that you are hanging around with. Some people are not good for you. Some people will say, oh, you're in that NeoLife thing. I remember I had a guy in Jamaica that said that life thing, and I don't know what thing is. NeoLife is a business. Some people are not good for you. They're toxic. They will try to shut you down. They will try to stop you. They will try to prevent you from achieving the things that you believe that you can achieve. They will exploit your weakness. They will find your weakness and make you feel bad, make you feel guilty, make you wonder, what are you doing? They'll criticize you. And those people that are criticizing you, I don't think it's because they dislike you, but I think it's because they're jealous. On a new project, that you're taking on a new phase of your life. So the reality is, don't let those bad people destroy the future that you can have. This is a tremendous opportunity. NeoLife have wonderful people that will work with you. We have fantastic and outstanding distributors all around the world. We say you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And we're going to be there each and every day to help you along the way. The leader, your director, your world team member is going to be there for you. Don't stop. Don't quit. Don't give up. Even if things don't go as fast as you want them to go, don't quit. Don't give up. Start your business. Learn what you need to do. Commit to doing what you have learned, and then don't stop. Take action. Continue to move forward. Because I know in the near future, when I come to your country, you're going to come to me and you're going to say, hey, Ricco, I was on that call. I started my business, and now I'm a senior manager, I'm a director, and it's because you said, don't quit. I am excited. I hope you are excited. And I want to thank Andrew or Drew for allowing me the opportunity to participate in this meeting with each and every one of you. And I hope as a result of this meeting, you have gained some information that will cause your life to be different. Not just today, but to be different over the long period of time. I want to say God bless you, stay safe, protect yourself, and boost your immune system so that you'll be there when I come there to congratulate you on your success. Thank you very much. God bless. Bye-bye.
Fantastic. Ricco, thank you so much. We appreciate your time and we appreciate you sending us that message, really. And thank you to all the distributors in the NeoLife community and the guests that joined us on this call this evening. God bless you all and have a great night.
Thank you and bye-bye.
Ciao.